All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? This is Jose Trujillo, world's greatest living artist. You're in my studio, and I want to show you really quick here one of my paintings. I will be doing some free workshops, explaining to you the palette, how I use just how I use my palette, how I use my brushes, the brushes that I use, and how I prepare my canvas, and on and on. And how I paint, right? Rather than sharing with you just my philosophies, which is something that I normally do, I want to be able to share with you also how I paint, because I think it's extremely important to know that if you are if you're a person that wants to know that, right? Who wants to understand how I'm able to create my artwork. And here we go. So the type of work that I create is intuitive. It's very much intuitive. Now, if you're not used to intuitive work, it might seem a little bit odd the way that I paint. I use lots of paint. One of my tricks is to command the brush to do what it wants from me. It's not an easy task if you're being careful. Okay, it's not an easy task to do. You have to sort of drop the ideas of being careful and being too calculated. I'm not calculated at all. That's why it's intuition. My intuition, I believe, is very calculated, but I have to trust it. The way that I paint basically is be bold and mighty forces will come to aid you, right? Will come to your aid. That is the way that I paint. It's never served to me to paint any other way. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I don't trust it when I need to paint any other way. It's just not the way that I do it. Now, I didn't start painting out like this. I always drew this way, but I was under the impression that I needed to paint in a different way than how I drew, than how I was used to drawing. So it took me a few years to start owning it and learning to paint in a way that was most natural to me. And the way that is most natural to me is to paint this way, to paint in a loose brush way, lots of paint, and intuitively, right? I like one of Degas, Edgar Degas, the impressionist painter, or some people would argue that he was impressionist, but the guy who painted the ballerinas during the time of Monet and all these cats. He used to say, only when I don't know what I'm doing is that I'm actually painting, right? Only when an artist doesn't know what he or she, they, them are doing, is that they actually know how to paint. You become intelligent. It's almost like you are granted the gift of being intelligent in this way of painting. So this is how I like to do it. I will be doing workshops again. They're going to be free workshops. I'm going to start preparing a free workshop that's going to be available to anyone who wants to join in. Who wants to learn how to do this deal. I've been asked hundreds of times, maybe more. I don't know. How is it that you're able to paint in this way? And really, looking back to it, it's really just letting go. It's really just a matter of letting go. It's not the easiest. It's easier said than done. But with a little bit of practice, or a lot of practice, you start figuring it out. You start figuring out certain things that are required in order for you to start letting go and really just start reaping the benefits of being an artist who practices lots of freedom in your artwork. You practice lots of freedom. When you do this type of deal, you're really practicing lots of freedom. Look at that. Lots of freedom is happening in the painting. And again, it's because really you already know what to do. You're just not trusting it. And I'll show you how to start trusting what to do. How to just start trusting yourself so that you can stop suppressing yourself and start doing the things that are beneficial to your art career and to your, or simply to your painting, to your studio. Because you really already know what to do. It's just that we suppress it. I learned this through years of experience, just years and years of experience. Man, it's something interesting because we already know what to do. It's something very interesting. As artists, we already know. Look at that big cloud, man. So, here we go. Let me show you a little bit of what's going on here. It's very much Expressionism, but, I mean, look at it from a distance. It's very much Expressionism. Look at the brushwork. Lots of paint. You can't be cheap with the paint, and you can't be scared to use it. And I'll show you how. I'm going to be doing a workshop, a free workshop for those of you who want to learn how to paint in an abstract expressionist way. It's very much a derived from loose impressionism. You know, it's not fully abstract. There is something going on. You're able to tell it. If you squint your eyes just a little bit, you're able to bring the image together. But the rewards are just phenomenal. You know, the rewards are super awesome. And I'll show you how to do that step by step. I'm gonna have to slow down a little bit, or a lot, and show you step by step how is it that I prepare my, well, first of all, what colors do I use? How is it that I prepare my panel, my palette, the liquids that I use, the liquid that I use for my artwork, for my paintings, and, you know, everything. One of the things you'll notice here is that I use tempered glass, right, to paint. This is when you start getting a little bit more serious, you start using certain little things that just make it better, you know, just make it so much better for your artwork. And I feel very proud of this painting. I really love it. I'm actually going to go in and put this on my eBay shop. Those of you who are interested, go check it out. It will be tonight. It will be on my eBay shop. I think this one measures 20 by 20 inches. So it's a very cool little painting. All right, guys. I'll leave you with that. Those of you who are interested, please stay tuned. Or send me a DM me here on Instagram. If you're later watching this on YouTube or Facebook somewhere else, just drop below in the comments and let me know that you're interested. That way I know who is interested, and I'll start getting this workshop to you. Look at that. So I'm going to be doing different workshops. We're going to start out with a landscape workshop. Okay, and then we're gonna do abstract, figurative work, still lifes, and different stuff, and they're all gonna be free, guys. I want to be able to just share what I do with you guys, and you know, just you guys can check it out. I think it's pretty cool. All right, whatever you can learn, or maybe stuff that you already knew that you just need reminding. You know, you just need a little reminding. I like to think about it that way, rather than, oh, I'm gonna teach you something. I might not be able to teach you anything. You may be an extremely well versed artist. You know, you a lot of practice, and it might just be a little reminder. Oh man, I forgot that you know, this is what happens to me too. When I'm painting, I'm like, oh man, I forgot that I should have done that. I used to do that. Why did I stop? And then someone else, you know, some artist reminds me of that. Or sometimes when I'm at the museum, I see a painting and I'm like, man, I forgot to do that. Yeah. You know, use more paint. Or use less paint in certain areas that don't really matter. Well, you know, in the composition or whatever. Everything matters, but the way that I'm saying this is certain little areas that are more, they're sort of walking you through. They serve as more as stepping stones. You know, so Little stuff like that. I don't know if it makes any sense. What's my favorite color? I have no favorite color, but if I were to choose one, it'd probably be blue or red. Cad red. It's one of my favorite colors. All right, guys, take care. I will talk to you soon. Again, my name is Jose Trujillo, and you guys will be having some of my free workshops coming soon. All right, coming this next week. So it'll be really cool. Stay tuned. You're gonna love them, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.